You found it. Your home for the best content on your favorite team, the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Do us a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments below. And be sure to smash that like button. WAFB was the first to report it. We have since confirmed over at LouisianaSports.net. We have confirmed at LouisianaSports.net that LSU running back JT Lindsay has been arrested on a felony accessory charge. Effectively, what Lindsay is accused of is he's accused of having two men stay at his dorm earlier this year. Those two men were wanted for murder. So, according to Chris Perrette, Lindsay's attorney, he told WAFB that Lindsay was unaware the men were wanted for murder at the time that they stayed with him in his apartment, and he had nothing to do with those alleged crimes. I'll tell you, I did reach out to Chris Perrette, have been unable yet to make contact and get a statement. As soon as they do provide it, the firm or Chris does provide a statement, we'll be glad to share it with you. Don't have anything else to add at this point. So that is a felony charge. And JT Lindsay did, in fact, turn himself into LSU police, again, all according to the LSU or the WAFB report. So we'll continue to follow the story. You look at the running back situation, and there's obviously a lot going on there where you return Caden Durham and Caleb Jackson. You bring in five-star Harlan Berry. But, of course, Trey Holly's now playing at Southern University after his legal situation was not able to get resolved. Just allowed him to get back on the field, transferring to Southern. And now JT Lindsay, we'll wait and see what happens here. But as we know with the Trey Holly situation, if you are charged with a felony, then you are ineligible, according to LSU rules, to play. So we'll wait and see how this all plays out. But as of right now, JT Lindsay today turned himself in to LSU police on a felony accessory charge for allegedly allowing two men wanted for murder to stay in his dorm room earlier this year. As it develops, we'll let you know. Hard to believe that we'd start the show with anything other than Brian Kelly talking about Garrett Nussmeier, but that happens, and there it is. There has been a wild speculation all week about Garrett Nussmeier. The media was allowed to watch practice Monday, Tuesday. Nothing was amiss. Wednesday was a day where we were already not scheduled to have access. Sometime Wednesday, a rumor started about an injury to Garrett Nussmeier. That rumor just swelled all the way up to speculation about a torn ACL, different things like that. Many others who cover the team have reported that people within the program told us that it was nothing serious. I counted a handful, 5 people who confirmed all the same thing to me independently. And we were supposed to be able to watch practice Friday morning. We got word Thursday night that media was not going to be allowed to watch practice Friday, but Joe Sloan, who was already scheduled to meet with reporters on Friday, was still going to meet with reporters, and then we get to watch practice on Saturday. When we were gathered waiting for Joe Sloan as practice ended, Brian Kelly, unannounced, came into the media room and didn't even step behind the podium. He's kind of walked to the front of the room and sort of met the whole Nuss thing head on.
Just for the record, he has tendonitis, patella tendonitis. He does not have a torn ACL. We have not amputated his leg. He has a PO'd, and you know the initials of that, patella tendon. He was out there today throwing. Tomorrow he'll be back out, most likely in a practice situation.
PO'd, pissed off, meaning it was aggravated. Previously, as Brian Kelly said, Garrett Nussmeier had a condition, which I'm not even going to try to pronounce, from back in 2023, and this is just an aggravation of it. You can go and play that one.
And a lot of that is due to his 2023 Osgood ladder surgery that he had, where the tendon was irritated back then. So this is just chronic. Pete owed it a little bit, and we'll calm it down, and the world is still around.
He said there was no worry whatsoever about the long-term effects. Brian Kelly was asked, Was there a certain moment in practice? There was, I saw some cockamamie report about Garrett Nussmeier hitting his knee on a lineman's knee brace or something like that. We can talk about it openly now. Of course, you're always going to do your best to protect sources and information. I was told Nuss sort of tweaked something, was a little aggravated, and just took himself out for a play at practice. Brian Kelly was asked, was there a certain play or instant where it happened?
I think it just planted, the wrong way. And when you have something that is, a pre-existing condition, you can piss it off real easy. And that's kind of what happened.
He said they went back and looked at the film of practice. Every practice is videoed, so they can go back and study practice footage. Said there was no indication on any play. It wasn't like it buckled or he was hit. There was nothing along those lines. It was just probably planted. It flared up a little bit. And he was also asked, would this affect how Nuss continues to practice throughout fall camp?
No, you let it calm down. Just like any time you have something like that, they generally use a Medrol pack or something, to take the inflammation out. But it's on the scale of 1 to 10. This is like a 1.5 on the scale of 1 to 10. So that's just being honest with you. So we get the right information out there, regarding Nuss.
Okay, so can everybody exhale now and breathe a little easier? And I actually had somebody reply to me on Twitter. I posted that video on Twitter, and someone replied to me and said, you see, where there's smoke, there's fire. It was something. No, it wasn't. This was a gigantic nothing burger. The head coach just told you on a scale of 1 to 10, this is a 1.5, not even affecting his practice. Do you understand Aaron Anderson, the guy who led your team in receptions and receiving yards a year ago, has not been out there since the first day, and we didn't even make this big a deal of that? This is a gigantic zero. Like, had we all, the media, been at practice that day, we probably would not have even noticed anything was amiss at all. Like, Brian Kelly told you, it wasn't even a play. There wasn't even a moment in practice where it happened where you could trace it to that. It's just, this guy's got a knee condition. It just flared up a little bit. I can tell you, as someone who lives with chronic back pain, like, there are moments when I slip a disc and I know it. He's talking about a Medrol pack. I know that very, very well. It's a 6-day pack where you take the full dose the first day and you taper down over the course of the days, and it knocks out inflammation. I mean, it's a steroid pack that knocks out inflammation when you have a flare-up. That's all he's saying. He even went on and said, like, this is one of those things where people who deal with tendonitis, you take 2 Advil and you call your doctor the next day. Like, it's no big deal whatsoever. But now in this part, if I could wildly speculate, like, allow me here, I'm telling you now, I am speculating at big banner flashing bulb lights. Now I'm speculating. This is what I think happened. You go out to practice, there's probably 200 people out there. You got 120 football players, coaches, analysts, grad assistants, support staff personnel that go watch practice. Then you've got doctors and trainers, and you got student trainers, the ones that run out there with the water bottle spraying it in the player's mouth when they come on the sideline. And you got sports information student workers as well, who make sure the media don't walk where they're not supposed to and hand out name badges and stuff like that. And then you got all the video crews, the one that go video from the towers and the one that video from the end zones. And then you got the social media guys that are out there with cameras getting practice shots and all that stuff. Probably about 200 people. Probably about 200 people out at the facility. Maybe 250. Somebody probably saw Garrett Nussmeier go, whatever, like shake a little thing, get a hitch out his giddy up, went and told their buddy. Their buddy went and put it on a message board, and then boom, 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 the snowball started rolling. Like, that's what I think probably happened here. And it's another opportunity to remind you, and I don't care if you think this is preachy or whatever, it's just what it is. I always say consider the source. I'm not saying you have to consider me a great source. You may not like me. If that's fine, okay, then don't trust me. I don't care. Wilson Alexander does a great job covering this team. There are Michael Cobble, Jacques Doucet, Scott Rabelais, people who have been around this beat forever, for literally for decades, that have great relationships with people on the coaching staff, within athletic administration, that can get answers to these questions. And if everyone that covers this team on a day-to-day basis that have those types of relationships are telling you this is nothing, then it's nothing. Even national people who have great relationships locally, Bruce Feldman or Ross Dellinger, like, if nobody credible is reporting it, then it's a nothing. Like, if Shams Charania reports Luka's been traded to the Lakers, take it to the bank. He's been traded to the Lakers. I always encourage you, like, this is a good litmus test. Just ask yourself, what does someone have to lose if they're wrong? That's always the thing. If Shams is wrong about Luka, his career's over. Like, you never outrun that. Like, if someone on this beat is wrong about Nusmeire having a knee injury, you never outrun that, ever. If a blogger, a YouTuber, who, by the way, God bless you, man, go create content. I wish everyone good luck, and I hope you crush it. Go create content. But don't think you're Woodward and Bernstein. Like, there are people who go to school. Like, I went to school for that. Like, I went to journalism school. And I'm way out of practice, but there's certain journalistic standards that I had to go to school for 4 years to learn and to try to perfect. Anyway, gigantic nothing burger, absolutely nothing to see, nothing to discuss. Nusmeire was at practice today. He'll be at practice tomorrow. Onward. Hopefully we never have to bring this up again. I'm glad Brian Kelly addressed it. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.